Landing in Kathmandu almost feels like a dream. You've got that exhaustion and excitement and everything else.
We just traveled for 33 hours and I'm just waiting for my other bag. I'm not stressed at all. A little stressed.
But then you see the team, you see, the welcoming committee, you see Sean and Christy, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is real, this is so exciting. Cool, we're here, let's do this, let's climb this mountain.
Did you get garland?
Dream Mountains all came from making a decision to climb the 7 summits, the highest mountain on every continent on Earth. After that, the question was, what are you going to do now? So came Dream Mountains, the idea of taking ordinary people on an extraordinary adventure with the purpose of making it charity-driven. To date, the Dream Mountains Foundation has raised just under $1.3 million that has been distributed amongst the 7 charities that are part of the Dream Mountains Foundation.
Now we're in Nepal and we're here to do our second attempt at Everest Base Camp as our eighth climb.
In 2015, I took a team to climb Everest Base Camp. The problem was the massive earthquake that took over 9,000 lives hit us, and we were right in the middle of Kathmandu when it hit.
Oh Jesus, we just had an earthquake. Yeah.
Experiencing the earthquake was definitely traumatic. How I explain it to others is that it's a combination of turbulence on an airplane and the rocking of a boat.
When we got outside, the first thing I noticed is the ground was soaked, and it wasn't raining.
That is crazy.
And all the water from the pool was splashed out of the pool.
We'd be sitting in the courtyard, everything would be nice and quiet, and then all of a sudden the birds would just go absolutely nuts. They'd fly off all the buildings, and then we would get an aftershock.
Wow, look at.
Honestly, we did not expect this one to be as aggressive as it was.
At that point, the whole primary concern was just to get everybody out safely.
We're back in the garden of the Yak and Yeti, where we were camped out 3 years ago during our first attempt to climb to Everest Base Camp. Luckily, we walked out of here unscathed after 5 days.
It was pretty terrifying. Just coming back here and looking at the hotel and the gardens, it brings back a lot of memories from that time.
Let me tell you about this building, the one you see under scaffolding, which was knocked down by last earthquake in 2015.
Saw a lot of the square, saw a lot of the earthquake damage that had hit in 2015, and a lot of the structures that are now being rebuilt.
Certainly for myself and for the team, it was very traumatic. It was shocking. We didn't know the magnitude, and of course we didn't know how it was going to affect, the country of Nepal.
So what makes the 2018 team unique is that it's made up of partly members from the 2015 team that couldn't climb to Everest Base Camp, and the remaining members of this team are alumni that are from other Dream Mountains teams.
Now that we're back here, I'm definitely looking forward to getting out on the trail.
You know, for the most part, we're just full of anticipation, and I'm just looking forward to getting up there and getting onto the mountain and doing what we were supposed to have done the first time around.
We're gonna go this time. There's nothing stopping us.
All right, big team. Let's go. High five.
So everybody here is actually flying to Lukla, considered the most dangerous airport in the world.
Definitely taking off, my heart was racing and everything. The flight had me really freaked out. I watched too many videos and I heard too many stories.
It was kind of incredible to see the Himalayas just sort of creep up on the left-hand side of the plane and realize we would soon be immersed in that.
It was everything that I wanted to do back 3 years ago, and now here I am and I get to do it.
There was like that moment of like panic, like, oh my gosh, the runway's so short. But at the same time, you could tell that those pilots are insanely talented.
That is a experience unmatched.
Like what?
Incredible. Scary, but fun.
And now check, we've been to the world's most dangerous airport.
As soon as you land in Lukla, you start to understand what you're about to begin.
The Himalayas are just enormous, and there's nothing like it anywhere else in the world.
We just started and it's like mountains behind us, beside us, behind us, and like this is heaven. I'm not gonna stop looking up.
It's amazing, like you're just walking along and
turn
kind
around.
of seeing this and then turn around and it's like, oh, wow.
It just, you know, for me elicits this feeling of being in the moment. You have perspective over the fact that this really matters, and some of the, you know, day-to-day things back home just sort of wash away.
You know what the weirdest thing in the world is seeing your pack going up past you while you're on the trail on a yak.
Is it really close here?
Like really close.
I think if it was just a simple hike for recreational purposes, it wouldn't have as much meaning for me. I like knowing that what I'm doing has a purpose.
My family came to Canada as refugees a very long time ago, and that's all people did for us was they gave back to us and gave us an opportunity. So for my parents, they've always instilled in us the importance to give back.
At the end of the day, we're giving back to the community, and that really means a lot. For me, on a very personal level, I lost my dad. The mountains for me are a place where I remember him. They just provide that peace. It's just a good way of reflecting.
Hey, that was wicked.
Good morning, BT!
We are getting ready to set out on day 2 to head to Namche Bazaar. Probably one of the hardest days in the mountain. We'll see how it goes.
Like just the scenery, truly, it's amazing. Villages, tea houses, everything. And so far, we're all feeling good.
One of the fun things about the trek to Everest Base Camp is the suspension bridges.
You see it in the distance and you can start to feel the anticipation and the excitement.
And these suspension bridges could be, over 100 feet long.
They bounce a lot and they cross some beautiful landscapes and beautiful rivers. You meet yaks.
We're under a yak attack. It's a yak attack. The way the prayer flags blew in the wind and seeing the river underneath of you, it was everything.
It's a beautiful experience, but I know for some it can be quite a challenge.
It all makes sense that it's secure. The animals can go across it. If an animal can do it, they're pretty smart.
Got it.
I was doing fine with all the other bridges. I have no idea what happened with that one.
It was an opportunity for her to overcome a fear and decide how she was going to take on that challenge, which makes these Dream Team treks an adventure of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own mountains to climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Brown.
What's always interesting about day 2 of the Everest Base trek is that it's a grinding climb to Namche Bazaar.
It is a hard day. There's no underestimating this one.
The best part about the hiking in Namche is the reward you get. You're hiking all day and you come around this corner and you see this crescent-shaped city that looks like something out of a fairy tale. It's too much.
Yeah! Yo!
Every single place that we go has been mind-blowingly different. Namche Bazaar, it's been my favorite by far.
Super cool. Oh, it's spectacular.
It's always amazing to see what the people in Nepal can do. They have to bring everything through this exact same trail that we're climbing.
There's a city at 3,405 meters. I'm just a little bit blown away.
So the third day on the trek is actually an acclimatization day at Namche. And the whole purpose of that is to allow people to let their bodies catch up. At the same time, some of the team opted for a little longer excursion.
We decided to climb up 450 meters where there was a monastery. And in the monastery where we were, there was a scalp believed to be from a Yeti.
This is the scalp and or skull of the Yeti.
This is the Yeti scalp.
It's a Yeti scalp.
Yeti scalp here, huh? Yeah, he's saying that this is the real one.
Where did the Yeti scalp come from?
It's from the mountain. Yeah, this is the Yeti scalp.
Not going to the barbershop. I don't care what anyone says.
You gotta trim that beard.
No.
Since we've been back in town, we've been relaxing, going to local cafes, getting chocolate cake. We've gone shopping. We got some really nice items today. I'm really looking forward to wearing them on the mountain.
Nice. Hi. Hello. Namaste. Namaste.
We are now on our way to Tangbuche from Namche Bazaar. Sad to leave this place, but excited to see what's next.
I think the highlight of the trek so far is being able to see Everest for the first time.
Although it's far in the distance, it doesn't disappoint.
It was emotional because 2015 we didn't get to see it, and now we're here. It's gonna happen.
That's what I love about mountains. You kind of have all your worries and all the daily kind of BS that's going on in your life, and you go into the mountains and you realize how tiny you are. It's just really humbling, and it puts everything into perspective.
They're keeping an eye on us, like, yeah, staying close. It was very overcast, it was foggy. Nobody knew what the surrounding landscape was going to look like. I couldn't wait for the fog to lift and for the team to see the mountains, which I knew were there, and at that height were quite significant.
Starting out on a beautiful day with a beautiful view of Everest. We're on our way now to Tangbuche. It's going to take us about maybe 7 hours. The team's in great spirits today. They now realized after all that hard work yesterday, they're in the middle of the Himalayas.
It was overwhelmingly awesome to walk in the shadows of Everest. Breathtaking views everywhere you look.
As Christy put it, it's just boom, 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 all around.
Incredible scenery in the world. Just can't wait to sit down though.
We are in Tangbuche. We are acclimatizing. It's our second acclimatization day, which is very important because the next couple days are going to be very tough.
The higher that the team will hike, they're going to allow themselves to be more comfortable the following day when we head to Tangbuche. You hike high and you sleep low, giving them a better degree of success getting to Everest Base Camp.
This peak is called Cholatse, 6,335 meters high.
We knew that we'd be able to see Everest in the first few days. It's all these other peaks that we're seeing that I'm trying to stomach that Everest is another 10,000 feet.
And if you can see the far end, that's Makalu, 8,463 meters high. So it's the 5th highest mountain in the world.
We took a hike up to acclimatize, got a fantastic view of the surrounding mountains, came back down, and very, very importantly, people have been lining up for the shower, and a hot shower at that. Do you mind if we come in and then see the shower on camera? It's gas powered, so you could hear it like ticking, but then you put it all over your body.
Don't waste my hot water.
Okay, good luck. We are at our tea house in Dingboche. Our rooms are up here, and then almost everything's upstairs, the kitchen and our main area where we have tea and eat.
Makes the trek so much easier on everybody. It's absolutely amazing.
Come on, what more could you ask for?
This is pretty sweet.
Much better than tents.
Oh, much better than tents. Sleeping on the ground.
Every single one is different, and the higher you go, the more rustic they are, and the bathrooms are a little,
You know, there was gross times.
Oh, okay, so you're trying to like navigate this at high altitude at 2 o'clock in the morning is not exactly the funnest thing in the world. To keep it warm at night, they take dry cow dung and wood, and then that's how they heat our space that we stay in.
Our porter and Sherpa team have been absolutely amazing. These guys work extremely hard.
Our head guide, BB, he's so knowledgeable, he's so fun.
No, I can't do it.
They provide us with all the guidance, make sure we have the food we need, everything that we require to get us to base camp. It's amazing.
We're going to Leboche. It's going to be a tough day.
The biggest challenge is going to be breathing. Today was the first day where I kind of had that, take a sip of water, put it down, and then you kind of go, because you can't really catch your breath properly.
At this point, people have had various degrees of altitude sickness, which isn't unusual.
You're going through a lot of self-doubt, and you will on the mountain, there's no question. Oh my God, what have I done? Am I going to be able to finish this?
There were feelings of intimidation, are we going to be able to succeed? And then naturally your mind starts wondering, am I going to be able to do the days ahead, and how is it going to feel?
At the end of the day, you just have to put one foot in front of the other, and the higher altitude makes it very difficult, but you take it one day at a time.
The altitude killed me on the way to Leboche. I forgot my breathing, I forgot to drink water, I forgot my pace. I ended up getting into Leboche with a massive headache, just feeling completely overwhelmed, thinking there's no way I would reach Everest Base Camp the next day.
I know that some of you aren't all feeling great. Everything is about your discipline now. There's nothing I can do much more at this point. You know all your lessons. You know what you got to be doing. You're this close. So you're going to be the ones that are going to have to make the decision. Okay? I hope you guys get a great night's sleep, and we're one day and we're done.
We're at 17,035. So this is the last leg, our final day, heading to Everest Base Camp.
Breathing heavy. It's not easy. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm having a hard time even breathing and putting one foot in front of the other. My energy's super low.
I can't say anything, I'm out of breath. But we're almost there.
We made it.
Well done.
Yes.
Good job, man. Good job.
This is fantastic. So grateful.
Holy crap.
Nice job.
We made it. Nice looking place.
That's cool to be here. The whole team made it.
We made it.
And yeah, we're just gonna sit here. We're gonna take it all in.
Arriving at base camp, delivered a great sense of accomplishment, I think, for myself and definitely for the rest of my teammates.
I was happy to see the 2015 team reach something that they have probably been thinking about on and off for the past 3 years.
There was a thunderstorm last night, a thunder snowstorm. Now we're going downhill and all this snow that fell.
Although the original itinerary calls for 3 grueling days down to Lukla, after 2 hard days, the team got together to see base camp from a whole different perspective.
We decided to take helicopters to get us from Namche back to Lukla as opposed to trekking out. It was an amazing experience for the team to really cap off the week of trekking, and also for us with the Dream Mountains Foundation to cap off over a decade of treks.
I have a major fear of flying, so we hit turbulence. I panicked, but you're flying through mountains surrounded by white peaks with a view of Everest Base Camp.
This year's 2018 Dream Team was a huge success.
The wonderful thing about doing these treks is that we've got a team of other people that we trust and know. We've trained with them, we've helped each other fundraise. There's an incredible feeling of connection and togetherness that I don't think you can get any other way.
We are at the Lukla airport getting ready to fly back to Kathmandu.
Thank you for everything.
It's sad that it's coming to an end, but we're over $1.2 million for Dream Mountains.
Being part of something that has done so much for so many charities is amazing.
We've built this amazing network that really has had a lasting impact.
We have well over 100 alumni. It's really become a huge family of people that are into the adventure as well as giving back to others.